Ricky Rose, Mr. Boss himself. Girl, he getting sued. Violating them labor laws.
He needs to be sued for what he was doing. He do.
What happened?
I don't give
Paying
a
them less than $7.50 an hour. Like, listen, you paying them less than minimum wage.
Shut up.
girl. Look at him with that chicken.
Sorry.
Where you go, girl? Look.
I couldn't help it. I was trying to let him.
There was so many pictures with him. Girl. First of all, have y'all tasted Wingstop?
It's okay.
Listen, no.
It
Depending
ain't.
on where you at. Depending on what state you in, Wingstop will taste completely different. Them lemon pepper wings be on point. And then about here, they got Old Bay wings. These Old Bay wings. Whoo, bomb.
Okay, listen. Maybe if I come out there, I'll try it. But I do not like
They're
Wingstop.
not good. They're not good.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in LA, I hated Wingstop. I mean, LA the Wingstop's terrible. The best Wingstop I probably had was in Arkansas.
Maybe it gotta be down.
It got to be someplace where they got other. No, because I don't know. I think also.
I only had it in
sometimes
Chicago.
I always say we spoil in Chicago. We got some good food
And they
around
not.
here.
I've only had it in
That
Chicago.
Wingstop don't be hitting.
Well, see, the problem is that means Chicago don't have good food. Because the thing
No, we
about
got good. We got
Wingstop
better
is,
food. We never put
I
that
said it.
that
The
better
thing
one.
about Wingstop is it's seasoned and everything in house, and so it's not like made where it's already seasoned. You just throw it in the grease. They literally have to do the season themselves. Kind of like
Yeah.
when you go to Popeyes. Popeyes tastes different everywhere you live because the people in the store make their own batters.
Mhm.
So
So, have
obviously,
you had
Chicago folks
Chicago
can't
food?
season.
Yeah. Have you had Chicago food?
No, because obviously Chicago folks can't season if y'all Wingstop terrible.
No, I'm telling you, the reason
How
why
you gonna
that's
not
not
have
even a
our food
factor
and
is
talk
because
about it?
we got so much good food.
Listen, we
Wingstop is
got
like
other
going to
chicken.
McDonald's.
We
It's
got
like,
famous
what you go
chicken
there
shack
for?
that
Y'all got stuff called heroes or gyros, ain't even spelled right. I don't even understand.
Ask people about this been in Chicago about Chicago food. We got food. That's why.
listen. She trying to come at our nerves.
Right.
Let me tell you something. We
Got a
don't
whole
need a
show
wing
called
stop
Chicago
in
Best.
Chicago. We don't need no wing stop. We don't even really need Buffalo Wild Wings, baby.
No, at all.
Okay,
So-
Buffalo Wild Wings is garbage, number one. So nobody's going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
You got
But
to
the thing
come
about
out.
it is, I'm also Southern, and our food, we're very particular about how our food is seasoned. And so I don't care about Wingstop. Even just in general, Southern food is better than Wingstop. But Wingstop ain't terrible.
Yeah, it's just I don't think it ever. I don't think
I like
Wingstop.
that fries.
More like out here. I don't think people don't really
I like
check
they
that
fries.
because if we ain't got nothing, we got chicken joints, we got pizza joints. If we ain't got nothing, and them places be way.
As
Well,
a young
let
folks
New York
say,
tell us
but
they pizza better than y'all pizza. So
New York.
New York be
no,
like, their pizza better than y'all.
my acting coach, he from New York, and he like, I'm like, that. Do you see their pizza? The look of it looks gross. Like,
But a New York person be like, our pizza better than Chicago.
but when he tasted Chicago, I got to look at that old message because I had to ask him. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get back because that's the only person I really know from New York though. So.
Not only that, like our Italian beef, our Polish, we got all of everything. Our Greek stuff,
Leah gonna have to come on down,
our
but she
Italian
probably
food. Oh, especially our Italian food with high price. Please, we got a lot. If
she
Chicago
gonna
ain't
probably
nothing,
still
it's
say our
food.
stuff just because it's her. She gonna probably still say she'll be eating it like it still is trash. I'm gonna be like,
it's all right. It's all right.
You lie, and you gonna have to show us what you feel is good food.
Yeah,
I would have to take y'all down south to give y'all some real, real good food.
Because when we saying that before, like we feel like we spoiled because we go other places and it's like it's all right. It ain't.
Yeah. So you say he was paying people $7.50 an hour?
He was paying less than $7.50. And y'all know in this world, you cannot even live on minimum wage and have an apartment to live in. You almost have to have multiple jobs. So imagine being paid less than minimum wage and you try to pay somebody rent. It ain't gonna happen.
And see, that's sad because And not to say, you know what, sometimes I don't think I'm always my brother's keeper, that whole just because we all black, we got to look out for each other type of thing. I ain't always with that. But for you to be talking all this mad stuff about all this money you got and everything, you can't at least pay people a livable wage. You be out here flossing and do all that, talking about what's his name, Money, what you got. I ain't that familiar with Rick Ross, I'm gonna be honest with you. He looked like Kermit, older daddy, but
I always
I
say he like
don't.
he stank.
He
Like his
do.
beard stank.
I actually went to a Rick Ross concert though at the at the Hammond Marina. That ought to show you where the trajectory of his career has gone. I don't think it's all the way gone, but you know, his concert's affordable now at least.
I mean, because
But
like they were saying, like with all his deductions and stuff that was coming out their checks, they was making less than $7.25 an hour. Who can live?
what is the minimum wage for? Is this a specific state that?
Okay, I had to look up what because these are the Mississippi locations, so I don't know what Mississippi. Let me look up what their minimum wage is. But I feel like everybody was at least at 8 something last time I checked, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's my thing. The thing is, like, even though we all know that Mississippi is lower than everything else, but being that, but in general, with the cost of gas and everything else, I got to be able to afford my rent and coming into here, plus my car insurance, and like to even like no.
But this is what I read. I thought I had got this. Sorry, $7.25 was I guess a federal minimum wage out there, and they said that the franchise was requiring them to deduct costs for their uniforms and the cash register shortages.
Yep.
Deductions for employee safety training, background checks. Also, illegally decreased the rate of pay in weeks when workers earn overtime.
Mm-hmm. So they were saying when all of those deductions finished, they were making less than $7.25 an hour. And I'm first of all, I'm not paying for no uniform. Bye.
Thank you. You require me to wear this for this job. Why I got to pay you to work here? You must be crazy.
Exactly. And then my background check, y'all just don't provide that.
Who don't pay for the background check? When does the employee ever pay for a background check?
Never.
The safety training. So you mean to tell me
that's free? That's supposed to be free.
This supposed to come with the job.
That's OSHA. They said y'all got to do that, whether I'm here or not.
That if somebody else can't count and the register, and I'm not even on the register, I'm just in the kitchen, and they can't count.
We all got to come.
I'm going to pay this money for this person that can't count at the register. That's your fault. You hired them. Your bad.
And then, I mean, you have to do some. First of all, I never worked at a fast food restaurant, but I've worked in restaurants and giving people access to one drawer. No, it's supposed to be like especially with the restaurants, we keep our own money, we access our own stuff. But if you matter of fact, I did work at a restaurant probably about for a week. They let me go after a week. But
we ain't gonna mention that place that we talking about because I worked there for a day.
Yeah, they let me go because but I remember they had one register and it was like we all had access necessarily to the register. I don't know, like to clock in and stuff. And we didn't have access. I think if it was just a cashier though, that cashier was just in and out of that. And you're accounted for that money on that shift. Now, if the money is short, you just start to write them up. They never said
ask for the money back.
Replace the money, and then technically if you're over, then you kind of stealing from customers. That's how they look at that, you know what I mean? So you have to.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
But since you making people pay for their own training, that should be in the training to count your money, recount, just make sure everything is right.
That's all a part of your insurance as a company anyway. You have insurance for that very reason.
To have it.
And then on top of that, one of his violations was also that he was violating child labor laws.
Teenagers.
They said he had teenagers where, down south where I'm from, like if you were under 16 or like under 18, you can only work till like 10 p.m.
Oh yeah.
On weekdays. And they said that he was having kids that was like 15 working after 10 p.m.
And basically you starting to be you're a capitalist. Like you want to stay rich and keep everybody poor. This was his statement. I want to take the time to address something, Rose said. When running a business, there will be mistakes. But as the biggest boss, you don't make the same mistakes twice. You see? He added, taking accountability. Taking accountability is big when you're the biggest. And remember this, most successful people don't take stumbling as a setback, but actually a stepping stone to greater things. You heard me? Let's be great.
First of all, that was a terrible statement. You should have kept it.
I'm telling you, like,
that don't make me feel bad for you at all.
Not at all. You know, when you doing big things, we gonna make mistakes.
You ain't even say nothing, man.
You really didn't.
And
then he had these issues.
They're gonna be mistakes. Look, that's why you have business advisors, so it don't be them type of mistakes.
You didn't make no mistakes because you stealing from them. You don't want to pay them, you want to work them hard so you can keep your money. That's not a mistake.
You ain't make my mistake. What they say, you don't go to jail for stealing, you go to jail for getting caught. He got caught.
And I swear, if I was Troy Aikman and all them a Wingstop, I would go ahead and I literally would kick you out your franchise. You wouldn't even have one.
Troy Aikman? Do Troy Aikman got some wings? Wait,
I think that's where it started. Like he owned them Wingstop. So I was like, listen, I will kick you all the way.
Wait, am I saying them right? Is that the right person?
The football player?
You talking about the white guy?
Football? He's a football player, y'all.
Well, I thought it was
Kelly.
American Idol person. I thought it was one there.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm like, dang, he was into chicken.
No, he's like, if you ever look at some of the Wingstops, there's a picture of the big white football player.
Oh, okay.
That's him.
That's why they taste so unseasoned.
What American Idol dude I'm thinking of? Troy.
You Clay Aiken, man. Clay Aiken.
Girl, looking like.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
That's why they couldn't season that chicken on.
Right, because he owns shares of Wingstop. Like Wingstop is his building. But the thing is, if I was Wingstop, I would literally cancel your franchise. You would not have no franchise and mess with me because you will get us all sued. And I don't have the time to be paying for your stuff.
I'd be curious to know what the other franchises around him are paying their employees, like how they doing it. Because once you ask them, even if you starting off in that biz and you doing whatever, once you kind of ask about how that's.
But not when you think you know what you're doing.
That's true. Or do know what you're doing and he just got caught. He was trying to skim off as much as he could and got caught. That sound like.
That's what it was. He got caught. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I wonder if he be having chicken delivered to him for Wingstop.
Girl, you know he do. He was like, I'm the owner. Bring me my chicken.
Right.